Oops, I better get my timekeeper as well, or otherwise I'll have you here all day. That's why I said the ladies, we better start, or otherwise we'll be out of time. We might just have a chat session one day so you guys can just hang out. Maybe, sounds good. All right, so we'll get started. So we'll bring the... You can throw your socks over there if you want. All right, so let's bring the heels underneath the knees. And we'll start today by finding our breath. So just sitting up nice and tall, relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Just start to breathe in through both of your nostrils and a little breath out through your mouth. So breathing in through your nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Taking 2 more breaths like this. So it's just training the brain to use the breath properly while we're doing our Pilates. Now we're going to take the hands onto the lower ribs. As we inhale, feel the ribs expand out to the sides. And as you exhale, feel the ribs close back towards each other. So inhale, ribs expand. Breathe out through the mouth. Deep breath in. Breathe out through the mouth. Last 2. And last 1. So just to prove the point of this exercise, I want you to take a breath in through the nose and out through the nose and see if the ribs still close together the same way. So deep breath in through the nose and breathe out through the nose. So they soften, but they don't close towards each other. So do it one more time, in through the nose, out through the mouth. So you can really feel those ribs close back towards each other. So that's why we consciously want to breathe out through the mouth. All right, so let's work with the pelvic floor. So as we inhale, feel that internal feeling of drawing up through a straw. And as you exhale, feel it release off. So feel it draw up through the center, draw up through a straw, exhale, relax. Now as you draw up through a straw, make sure you're not curling up your toes. And exhale, relax. Inhale, coming in. Notice that your thighs are relaxed. Exhale through the mouth. Last one, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. So now we're aware of the breath and our body. So bring the hands down by the sides. We're just going to warm up the neck and the head. So float your chin towards your chest. Feel into the back of your shoulders, back of the neck. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale through the mouth, slowly lift your head back to center. Turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Breathing into the side of your neck. Exhale, float the head back to center. Take your gaze over towards your left shoulder, breathing into the right hand side of your neck. Exhale back to center. Slowly lift of the chin, not too far, opening your throat. Lengthen through the neck, bring the head back to center. Bring the shoulders toward your ears, give them a nice big squeeze, roll them down and back. And then just take it into your single shoulder rolls, going backwards. Notice how your shoulders and your shoulder blades are feeling today. Notice if there's any tightness or tension. And then single shoulder rolls forwards. Noticing the neck, top of the shoulders, and the sides of the body. Beautiful. Let's come into our wrist stretches. So nice gentle little circles, just rotating through the wrists. Notice if they're tight today, and back the other way. Notice what you've been doing this morning. Maybe you haven't used your wrists so much yet. Reach both of your hands forward, just straight out from the shoulders, nice and gentle, up and down. If that's too tight through your wrists, just open your fingers and have them long. But if you can, little fists, getting deeper into those wrists. And then bring them back to center. Little squeeze in, back to center, and squeeze out and back to center. Just taking a few rounds at your own pace. Notice if you feel tightness on the inside of your wrists and the outside, or maybe there's no tightness at all. Beautiful. Open and close, big stretch, and then make a tight fist. Big stretch, make a tight fist. Just 2 more. And last one. Beautiful. Give them a little shake. Shake it around. And bring them down by your sides. So we'll come straight into the feet. We'll stay on the right foot, just coming into your heel lift and lower. So focusing not only on the top of the bones in your foot, but feel into the arch of your foot. Try and make sure your toes are nice and long. Good. Notice your calf muscle, your shin muscle, and the muscles in the tops of your knees. Staying on the right foot, we're going to do our toe lifts. So just lift the toes and slowly lower down. See if you can take it right up to the heel and lift your whole foot and bring it down. You might feel this sensation right up into the outsides of your thigh, including your shin muscles, around the knee. So this is one that we don't do often enough. So we always tend to do the heel lifts, but in general life we don't do the toe lifts, and which is equally as important to strengthen the shin muscles. Last 2. And it's usually a little bit harder to lift the toes. All right, take it into your heel lifts on the left leg, little lift, and lower. Notice if your left leg feels as easy as your right leg, especially if you're a right-hander. Are you a lefty or a righty? Yeah? Is this leg harder to lift the heel than the other? Well, that's good. Nice. Yeah. All right, taking 2 more on this leg. Last one. Let's take it into the toe lifts. So just a little lift and a lower. Notice if there's any tension or tightness in the front of the ankle or your shins. Maybe you can feel that right to the top of your outside of your knee. Our muscles go a lot further than we give them credit for. Good. Feel it up into the quad? No? Yep. And have you had both knees replaced or just one? Interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Last 2. Wow. You think it would be opposite, having the knee replacement. You would think it would be the other way around. Yeah. All right, so we're going to do those alternating feet to build heat and circulation through the lower half of the body. So we're going to lift one toe, one heel, and change, and change. And not only is this good for warming up the feet and the ankles and the toes and the blood circulation, but we create new neurological pathways in our brain. So let's go for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take the legs nice and wide and work on the adductor muscles. So the last one we were working on the quads, and down these ones we're working on the inside of the thighs. So let's lift both heels together and lower down. Both heels together and lower down. Just start to feel where you can feel this through your legs, and then put your hands there. So just notice if you're feeling it on the tops, on the outsides, or on the insides, or maybe even in your hamstrings. You feeling it in the calf muscles? Yeah? Yeah, where are you feeling this one, Miss Glenda?
This one's only up to my knee and this one's all the way.
There you go. Yeah, across the top of your buttocks? Yeah? It's interesting, isn't it? You feeling it there as well? Yeah, I think I'm feeling it more on the outsides of the thighs, yeah. In those calf muscles, yes. Last two. And last one. So we're going to stay with the legs. We're going to take the right hand behind the right knee, just about an inch. We're going to press that knee into the hand. You should feel the adductor work and then relax. Press it into the hand and relax. So just an inch behind the knee and relax. Anyone not feeling it down through the adductor? You're not feeling it? Oh, you are? Yep. Maz? Yes? Yeah, it's hurting? Wow. Last two. And last one. Let's take it over to the left leg. So just an inch behind the knee, little press back and release. So if you're not sure how much an inch is, it's only 2.5 centimeters or about 2 fingers. I definitely know inches, yes. My nana had me all over that. Good. So are you feeling the same through your adductor on this leg, or is it easier or harder on this leg? Same? Easier? Nice. No? About the same? Yep. Is that your newest hip? Yeah. Last two. And last one. Now we're going to do both of the insides of the legs together. So just bring your hands to the inside, either palms in or palms out, whatever feels more comfortable on your arms. We're going to bring the knees into the hands for a little squeeze and then release them back. Into the hands for a little squeeze and release them back. And I want you to notice everywhere in your body that you're feeling this one, not necessarily your legs. Your glutes. Your pelvic floor, good, yes. Anywhere else, think a little bit. In your hip and in the top of your back, so your upper thoracic spine. What about your core muscles? Yep. Last two, good. And last one. Beautiful, and relax. Heel toe back into center. So it's amazing the different parts of your body you use when you're specifically targeting your adductors or your ITBs. How unsymmetrical we are, yes. All right, let's jump on to our sliders. Not jump, but we will take them under our feet and get started. See, if I was teaching the teens, they would actually stand up and jump on their sliders. All right, so just relax the arms. We'll give them a little break for a little bit. So lift through the pelvic floor. As you exhale, slide your right leg. And as you inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale to lengthen, keeping that pelvic floor engaged. Inhale back to center. So if you'd like to add the transverse abdominis and wake that up, you can imagine that you're tightening your belt 3 notches. And if you want a similar but different sensation, you can imagine you're holding in gas. I find that tightens the muscles a little bit more if you imagine you're holding in gas. Good. Last 3. So we should already have a sensation in our quads because we've already done some leg warm-ups. Last one, and bring it back to center. Just have a little rub if it's fired up, and then we'll go straight into left leg. You feeling it in your adductor? Yep. Your adductor could be tight from other things that you may have done through the week, like some bar work with the plies and the, so that would use the adductors. Yeah, yes. So they might be still a little bit fired up from Monday. All right, so we're going to lift through the pelvic floor, slide left leg long, and inhale to come back. So try and keep both of your sit bones evenly on your chair as you move the leg. That can require some concentration by having those transverse abdominuses switched on. And we know that the transverse abdominis wraps around the whole body, not just the front. And if you didn't, you do now. Exhale to lengthen. Inhale to come back. So really staying with your breath focus. You've got 4 more to go. So you might even be feeling this in your hamstrings, underneath the leg as well as the top. Good. Last 2. And inhale. Last 1. And come back in. So we're going to give the legs a rest. You can keep your sliders under your feet. Let's bring it into the arms. So this time we are lifting through the pelvic floor and tightening your belt 3 notches or holding in gas. So we're going to extend right arm forward on your exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale to lengthen. Keep it smooth on the way up and smooth on the way down. So it only takes a couple of repetitions of this one before your arm starts to get tired. And then we tend to throw the arm and then sweep it back. Exhale to lengthen. Feel the core engage. Inhale back to center. Exhale to lengthen. Inhale back to center. 2 more on this side. Exhale. Inhale. So feel the fingers reaching away from you. Inhale back to center. So just pause here. Notice the energy difference now between your right arm and your left arm. Good. All right, let's lift pelvic floor, transverse abdominis on. Exhale, left arm. Good. Inhale back to center. And you might have noticed when we very first started doing this, when I very first started doing this, a lot of people did this. I don't know why, but it was a thing. And now nobody does it. Exhale to lengthen. Inhale back down. Exhale to lengthen. Inhale back down. So try and keep the head still and relaxed. Core muscles on. The head tends to compensate for the arm as you get tired. Good. Last 2. Almost there. Smooth on the way up. Smooth on the way down. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Just pausing here. Notice now if the arms feel symmetrical. Yes? All right, so we're going to combine the 2. So we're going to start off with right leg, left arm, and then left leg, right arm. So really find your sit bones evenly. Start with your ankles underneath your knees, lifting up nice and tall. Pelvic floor on. Good, let's go. Right leg, left arm. Exhale. Inhale. Alternating sides. Exhale. Inhale. Find the movement first, and then find the breath once you've got the movement. Beautiful. Keep the head still if you can. Good. Exhale. Inhale. You've got 4 to go. See if you can find your sit bones staying symmetrical on the chair. Last 2. And last one. Finishing off wherever you are. Beautiful. Little roll of the shoulders. Get out any tension. And back the same way. Beautiful. Fired up. Yes? All right. So we're going to take it into our chest. So let's grab hold of your ball. Pop your sliders underneath your chair. The floor will keep you awake today, won't it? It's nice and cool. All right, so let's take the ball in front of our chest. So we're going to wake up the pectoral muscles. So hold your ball as if you've got half an orange under each side of your hands. So we're going to use the pecs. So feel like the pecs come up and down during this one. Good. So a little squeeze onto the ball and release off. Little squeeze and release. So even though we're concentrating on the pectoral muscles, what other muscles can you feel working? Do you remember what they're called? Guns. Your guns. Is that the professional name? These are my guns. Yep. Anyone else's guns working? Say that again. Yeah, that's good. Your feet can press down, yes.
And my shoulder blades.
Your shoulder blades, yes. Are they going in and out or up and down?
Up and down.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure, I can't see them.
I think they're going in and out. Yeah. Nice. Anything else you can feel working? Your pelvic floor? Helen's pelvic floor's on fire today. What about your core muscles? Are they joining in? Yep, good. Last two. And of course your finger muscles are working hard, your hands. Last one. Beautiful. Let's bring it straight down to the inside of your thighs to give the hands a break. So try not to do it between the actual knees. Try and go between your thighs. So we want to use the whole leg, including the pelvic floor. So knees and feet hip width apart, have the feet going forward. So let your arms relax out to the side, lifting up, open the chest. So do use your pelvic floor for this one. Lift the pelvic floor as you squeeze, pancake onto the ball and slowly release. Big pancake onto the ball and slowly release. Good, squish it in and release. Start to notice where you can feel the muscles working. Squish onto the ball, slowly release. Last three. Third two. And last one. Where could you feel that working? In the back? Yeah, anywhere else? Yes, around the outsides of your thighs? Beautiful. All right, let's take the ball back between your hands. Reach it forward. So we're going to work through the transverse abdominus, which go all the way down. So to do this, we're going to lift through pelvic floor. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Just reach the ball up so you can still see it in your peripheral vision, and then slowly release it down. So start to imagine that those abdominal muscles are lengthening, and then gently feel them softening. So they run all the way from the inside of the rib cage all the way down to your pubic bone pretty much. So lift and lengthen and relax down. Just two more of these because we're going to go straight into our triceps and our upper thoracic spine. So lift the ball and hold. Squeeze the elbows toward your face. We want to keep the head still. Core muscles switched on as we take it behind the head. Feel the triceps lengthen. And then slowly release back to the sky. So keep the elbows framing the face. Squeeze it backwards. And release. Keep the head still and relaxed. Little squeeze. Feel those back muscles working. And lift. Only two more. Almost there. Little squeeze. And release. Feel into your shoulder blades. Last one. Good. And release. Bring it all the way down nice and gently. How's your deltoids feeling? Spicy? Yeah. So just give them a little shake. We're going to do some shoulder rolls. Get it all lubricated and going forward. So I don't know if there's any way to particularly isolate a muscle and only work one particular muscle in the body, because they need a whole group. It's like raising a child. You need a whole village. So you can't just work one particular muscle. You need a whole range to help. All right, let's bring the ball underneath your feet to give your body a break. Go ball underneath the right ball of your foot. So all we're going to do is work it forward and back like we did with the sliders. Don't go too far, just a little forward and back. So we're just bringing the blood flow back into the legs. Good. So they shouldn't be fired up like they were, but I'm sure we'll get them fired up again pretty quickly. Last 3, for 2, and last 1. Bring it back to center. We're going to change it to the other foot. Just a little roll forward and back. If you've got a crunchy, munchy knee, don't extend the leg all the way straight. Just keep a little soften in the knee. I find it's always more pleasant to not crunch through crunchy parts of the body, whether it's your shoulder or your knee or anything else. Good, let's go for 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. Beautiful. Pop your ball back to your hands. We're going to take the arms out in front, so lift through the pelvic floor, sit bones evenly. We're going to keep both arms in front, take the ball into your right hand, keep the left hand reaching forward, slowly extend your right arm out to the side, and then inhale, bring it back to center. Stay on the same arm, exhale to open the chest, keep your gaze on the ball. Inhale, feel the core lifting to bring you back to center. 3 more, exhale to open. Inhale to close. So start to think about what muscle you can feel working here, or muscles. Last one on this side, exhale, inhale. Take it straight into your left hand, keep your right arm forward, follow your gaze on the ball. Inhale back to center. Exhale to open. Inhale back to center. Last 3. And inhale. Last 2, you should be feeling a burn. Notice where you can feel the burn. It may not necessarily be in the working arm at the moment. And bring it back in. And release down. All right, Miss Helen, where did you feel that one?
My shoulder blades.
Your shoulder blades, yep.
Shoulder blades,
Your guns,
my core,
yep.
neck.
Yeah, all right, Miss Glenda. Shoulder blades. Yeah, your core, yep, nice. Very good. So yes, back muscles, shoulders, your guns, your pectorals, all to do that movement, yes, and you've got your core to support you there as well, so your body's not twisting with you. All right, let's just have a little stretch for a moment. So pop your ball underneath your chair. We're going to bring the hands onto the shoulders. Just nice little tiny circles first. Just keep it small. Feel the core muscles switching on just to keep the chest open and the body upright. Take it back in the other direction. Little circles forward or backwards, whichever way you're going, the opposite way. Now, if that's enough for you today, stay small. If you feel good about it, we're going to go into bigger ones to lift and lower the shoulder blades. Keep it nice and slow, like a massage. Notice your core muscles working to lift your arms up. 1 more in this direction. And then slowly change directions. Nice big arms. Notice if you've got any crunchy feelings or if they're lubricated. Notice if you can feel the heat up in the actual shoulder. Maybe the back of the shoulders. Last 2. And last 1. All right, let's bring the hands down by your sides. Dorsiflex through your hands. Push the energy down towards the earth, but feel your pelvic floor lift. As you push down through the left hand, reach your right hand up high. Imagine you're reaching up, but pushing down through the left. Take a deep breath in. Bring the right hand down. Push it down. Reach your left hand up. So feel the top of your right shoulder pressing down. Good. Bring the top hand down. One more on each side. So notice where that stretches through the body. Good. Bring the top hand down. Last one. Left hand up. Consciously push the right hand down. Maybe you can even feel this in your neck. Take a deep breath in and bring both hands down. Good. A little shake out. Now we're going to go straight into our butt work. Yay, butt work. All right, so make sure you're nice and comfortable so you can actually activate your glutes. Feet are parallel, both feet on the floor. So we're just going to start by lifting and squeezing both glutes and then release off. Lift and squeeze and release. Lift and squeeze and release. Last two and release. Last one and release. Anyone's butt not working today? Hey, it's a thing. I have a lady that I teach, and when we do butt work, she curls her toes up. And I'm like, can you do it without curling your toes? And she's like, so yeah, that's her thing. She curls her toes, and if she doesn't curl her toes, she does a funny thing with her belly. So, all right, so let's go into our isolations. So put your concentration on. All right, so we're going to lift both glutes and lower both glutes. Just lift the right, lower the right. Just lift the left, lower the left. Lift both, lower the right, lift the right. Lower the left, lift the left. Lower both, just lift the right, lower the right. Just lift the right, lower the right. Lift the left, lift the right, lower the left, lower the right. So while you're doing this, I also want you to notice what other muscles you can feel working, okay? Lift both, lower both. Lift the left, lower the left. Lift the left, lower the left. Lift the left, lift the right. Lower the left, lift the left. Lower both, lift both. Lower both. What other muscles can you feel working in our glute? Your quads? Yep.
Everywhere really. Feel our core muscles.
Yes.
Really well.
So your core muscles, they want to jump in as well to help. Anything other than those? No? Covered everything? Yeah?
I can feel it in my back.
In your lower back? So I found out last night in our training that the more we sit, the more our internal muscles don't stay strong. So I thought that was really interesting. Yeah, so if you need to know more about that, I can let you know, but I'll need to refer to my notes from last night. But I actually didn't know that. So that's a really good thing to know. Now that we've done our butt activation, we're going to pop our sliders back out because we actually need our glutes to switch on for this next exercise to get us out and in again. All right, so balls of the feet on your sliders. Try and lift up nice and tall out of the body. Relax your shoulders. So your hands can be just down by your sides for this one. So we're going to keep that left leg pressing down. Exhale, take the leg out to the side. So do a little check. Make sure your leg's at 90 degrees. And then bring it back to center. Good. Exhale, take it out. Inhale, feel that glute activate to bring it back to center. Good. Exhale to the side. Inhale, glute activates to bring it back to center. Two more. Exhale. Activate the glute. Inhale. Last one on this side. Exhale. Activate the glute. Inhale. So one more. I want you to feel like you're relaxing out to the side. Activate the glute and bring it back in. And then rest it down. So same on the left leg. Press down firmly through your right foot. Pelvic floor on. Feel like you're relaxing out to the left. Activate the glute. Bring it back in. Good. Relax out to the side. Activate the glute. Bring it back in. 3 to go. Exhale, relax. Inhale, back to center. Exhale. Activate the glute. Bring it back in. One more for good luck to even you out. Good. And bring it back to center. Give the legs a little chop. Choppy, chop, 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 chop. And we're going to come up to standing. If you'd like to use your ball for your sit to stand, I like to use it between my thighs. So that gives me something else other than my knee muscles to focus on. You can hold the ball in your hand or you can use nothing at all. Up to you. So we're just going to do 2 practice ones before we actually stand up. So have the ankles and the heels directly under your knees. Bring the hands down by your sides. So we're not going to come up to standing, we're just going to activate the muscles. So draw the shoulders down away from your ears. Relax your jaw. Anticipation of getting All right, so we want to press the feet into the floor. Feel the pelvic floor switch on. Activate your glutes and just lean forward. Keep all those muscles working and relax back to center. Let it all go. Okay, let's go again. Press your feet into the floor. Activate pelvic floor, transverse abdominus. Both glutes on. Lean forward. Where's our eye gaze? Is it down on the floor? Are we looking straight ahead? Beautiful. And come back up. All right, this time we will take off. So press your feet into the floor. Lift pelvic floor. Transverse abdominus on. Glutes. Lean forward. Now I always like to use the arms, so up to you. Press into your feet, squeeze into all those muscles and slowly come up. Beautiful. Now we have arrived, we're staying up. Release your ball and take your chair to the side, just so you've got something to lean on. So the whole body should be activated. Hopefully. All right, so you can either face your chair or you can stand profile to your chair. Take the ball underneath your heel. So imagine you've got a pair of stilettos on. Take it into your outside leg. So you can stabilize on the inside leg and work the outside leg. All right, so no rock stars for this one, so not like this. But we're just going to heel stomp, so we want to use right from the hip flexor through the quad into the knee muscles, etc. So we're just going to press down on the ball using your heel. So little stomp, little stomp, little stomp. So try and turn the leg out to the side slightly. So we're using the adductor muscles. Good. So if I have my foot forward, I'm using the quad. Whereas if I have it out to the side, I'm using more of the adductors as well as the quad. What other muscles can you feel working in the back of the body? Glutes? Yes, everyone's gone glutes straight away. Let's go for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. And you'll probably feel your core muscles, including your back, working as well. All right, let's take it into our toes. So this one, be nice and gentle. Just the ball of the foot onto the floor. Try and have your foot right underneath your knee. Keep it nice and soft. Don't be too serious about this one. And just little tiny weeny pulses on the ball. So lifting your heel, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Same foot. 3, 2, 1, and release. So that one just feels a bit fluffy in here. All right, let's take the ball to the other side. The chair even. Do, 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 do. So you pop your, you're right, she's on the sliders, she's off. All right, so just heel on the ball first. Imagine you've got a pair of 6-inch stilettos on, depending on how big your ball is. I said ball. All right, little heel stomps, try and keep the torso still, just working the leg. Notice if it feels the same as your other leg. Notice if you feel like you're working the same muscles. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to take it to the toe. Have the ball of the foot underneath your knee. So remember, this one's a little bit lighter. So just 10 little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you should feel that more in your hip flexor. Beautiful. All right, let's get into some serious stuff. So pop your sliders underneath your chair so we don't go sliding unintentionally. Just keep your ball in your hand for a moment as Maz pops a ball under the chair. All right, so stand on the leg closest to your chair. We're just going to go into our tree pose ins and outs. So you can either have toes nearly touching the floor, calf muscles, or you can go high thigh. So focus on the external rotation, which you should feel in your butt, and then bring the leg parallel. Good. Squeeze it out to the side, and then relax it back to center. Little squeeze out to the side, and relax. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last two. Exhale. Inhale. Notice where else you can feel it other than the buttocks. And inhale. And release the foot. Yeah? You felt it in your standing leg? Yes? All right. Now for the next one, we're just going to turn around and face the other way so you don't have to move your chair again. I will move my chair, but you can face the other way. I trust that you know what you're doing. So take your outside leg into your tree pose. Focus on the external rotation of the knee. So taking it out to the side, relax it to the middle parallel. Exhale, squeeze it out to the side. Inhale, parallel. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale, parallel. Exhale, squeeze out to the side. Inhale, parallel. We've got 3 to go. Feel the glutes working to get you there. But also notice if you can feel your hip flexor working to get you there. Maybe your adductor on the inside of your thigh. Good. One more for good luck, just to fatigue the muscles and bring it back to center. Beautiful. Release your feet. Turn around. So when we massage the hip socket, it's good to go up and back as well, but it's also good to go in and out, so you're really lubricating the hip socket. Cool. Let's go in a bit harder. Facing your chair. Take the ball behind your left knee. Make sure you're not too close to your chair, so you can come into a little dive position. So bending through your right knee. Stick your bottom out to the back and look forward so your neck is nice and long. Hug your belly towards your spine, lift your pelvic floor. Just move the ball forward and back with your knee. And just a little squeeze onto the ball, not too hard, just holding it there. If your ball decides to jump out and run away, just go and get it and come back in. Let's go for 4, for 3, last 2, and 1. Keep the ball behind the same knee. We're going to do a gentle squeeze out to the side and a relax back to center. Gentle squeeze out to the side, relax back to center. Just 2 more. Little squeeze and release. Last one. Little squeeze and release. Grab hold of your ball, slowly release your foot to the floor. Just pedal out your legs. You can say do, 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 do. See, like nothing ever happened. All right, let's take it to the right leg. Find your dive position on your chair, so bending through your left knee, stick your bottom out slightly. Lift your eye gaze so you're not looking down at the floor of your chair. Just bring the knee forward and back. You'll feel your hamstrings working just to hold the ball behind your knee. Good, nice little fluid movement. Nothing too serious. Let's go for 4, for 3, last 2. Those misbehaving balls, I know. All right, take it out to the side. Little squeeze out to the side and release. Little squeeze and release. Last 2. And last 1. And slowly release the ball from behind the leg. Give the legs a little pedal. It'll be your turn next for your balls to run away. 4, 3, 2. Beautiful. All right. Let's do a quick little time check. Lovely. All right, so we're going to circle the balls at the same time. So we're going to go back to the left leg. I'll show you first. So we're still going to go into that little dive position, bent right knee. So nice and smoothly, side, back, together. If you want to keep it small, side, back, together. If you're feeling really courageous, right to the back. But that's going to work into your lower back. So you can keep it tiny, or you can keep it medium or large, whatever suits your body. All right, so you're going to go side, back, together. Side, back, together. So if that feels good, you can smooth it out, or you can stay with the side, back, together. Let's see if we can do 4 more. So you are feeling this in your hip socket, your buttocks, the quad muscles, a little bit into the hamstrings, and a lot into your standing leg. 1 more to go, side, back, together. Release the ball, and we're going to take it into our pony swings. So using that same working leg, we're just going to stand diagonal to the chair, so you'll face that way, but it looks like this. It's like a little tippy bird motion, just to rinse out those muscles. So it doesn't have to be high, little bend in your standing leg. I think we've all seen a little tippy bird somewhere in the life, where it swings forward to have a drink and comes upright. Good, let's go for 4, for 3. So we're just rinsing the blood out of those muscles. And last 1. And come upright. How's your butt feeling? Feels worked? All right, so you can stay where you are. I'm just going to turn to the other side. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side using your other leg. So again, taking yourself into that dive position and still do the same thing. We're going to go side, back, together. Side, back, together. Once you've got that movement, you can smooth it out, or you can keep it in that motion, especially if you haven't had enough sleep last night or enough water. So remember, go side, back, together. Let's go for 4 more. If you can get through your butt muscles. Last 2. And last 1. Bring the knees together, gently release your ball. Take it into our tippy bird motion. So hold your chair on a diagonal. So a little lift and sweep it out. Doesn't have to be high, you can keep it super small. You can kick your water bottle across the room, whatever it takes. Just don't headbutt your chair or kick each other in the face. Okay, let's go for 4, for 3, last 2, and last 1. How's your legs feeling? Do your legs feel cooked today? Yay! Jelly legs or not quite? All right, just before we come back to sitting, we're going to take a little stretch on your chair. So bring both of your hands onto your chair. Take a large step backwards. Make sure you're not going to stand on your phone or anything. Little soften through your knees. Try and bring your ears between your arms. Bending through your knees. Nice stretch through your back. Feet are parallel. Breathing into any tightness in the sides or the back of your body. Taking a hamstring stretch. Just lift the head 1 inch. Start to transfer your weight from one foot to the other. Just swinging the hips gently. And then we're going to start to pedal out our stretch. So bending through one knee, lifting that heel, and change. See if you can still see your arms in your peripheral vision to make sure you're not straining the neck. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower both heels, big bend of your knees. Use your hands to press into the chair. Lift your head and your chest. Go for a walk forward. And say, ah, beautiful. Let's turn our chair back to the front. Coming back to sitting. Have a quick drink if you need one on the way down. So I kept it roughly the same pace as last week, just to keep on the same stamina level. All right, so bring your hands onto your knees. We're going to bring the chin towards the chest, a little stretch out across the top of the shoulders. Take a little roll down through the spine. As you sweep the chest towards your thighs, look along the floor. Look as far forward as you can. Come into your little cow stretch. Slowly bring your gaze back towards your feet. Push into your lower back. Roll up through your middle back, your upper back, and slowly come back to sitting. All right, we're going to do 2 more if it's okay with your blood pressure. So press your hands in, shoulders down, chin towards the chest, roll down. Hug your belly towards your spine. Scoop the chest towards your thighs. Look towards your feet. Take your gaze along the floor about 1 meter or 2, looking forward. Coming into that little cow stretch. Draw your shoulders back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bring your gaze back towards your feet along the floor. As you come up, hug your belly toward your spine. Press into your lower back, your middle back, and then your head comes up last. If that's enough, you can just rest. If you'd like 1 more, we'll do 1 more. So chin towards the chest, roll down. Bring your chest along your thighs, look forward past your feet, looking forward and up. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, float the gaze along the floor, back to your feet. Push into your feet, press into your lower back, your middle back, rolling all the way up, and your head comes up last. Take the arms by your sides. Reach right arm up and over to the other side of your head. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Gently draw your ear towards your shoulder. Never force it or pull on it. Take a dorsiflex through your left wrist and breathe right from underneath your ear all the way down to your wrist. Take 1 more inhale. Very gently turn your chin towards your armpit. Look down towards the floor. Feel the stretch go to the back of your neck and into your shoulder. Gently bring your gaze back to the front. Inhale. Release your hand off your head. Use your spine to lengthen the head back to center. Take a little counter stretch over to the left. Back to center. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Take it over to the other side of your head. Keep the torso long. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently guide your ear towards your left shoulder. Dorsiflex through your right hand. Press the hand away from you. Feel that stretch from behind the ear all the way down to your wrist. Turn your gaze down towards the floor, chin towards your armpit. Feel that stretch going to the back side of your neck and shoulder. Deep breaths. Take 1 more deep breath in. Gently turn your gaze back to the front. Hello, Avon calling. Inhale. Slowly release your head. Bring your head back to center. Little shoulder rolls towards your ears. And take them forward. Bring your right arm forward. Left arm hooks underneath. Draw it across for your shoulder stretch. Turn your gaze gently to the left. Little stretch through your neck. Take a deep breath in. Slowly bring your arm forward. Take it out to the side. Reach up towards the sky. Deep breath in. If it feels okay, float your hand behind your head or the nape of your neck. Lift and open your chest. Feel that stretch all the way through your tricep down to the side body. Slowly reach your right hand back to the sky and use the energy to press it all the way down. Good. Bring left arm forward. Hook it forward with your right arm. Bring it across your chest. Slowly turn your gaze to the right. Take 2 beautiful breaths here. One more inhale. Slowly bring your gaze and your hand back to the front. Take your arm out to the side. Inhale, reach towards the sky. And only if it feels good, bring the hand to the back of the head or the nape of the neck. Lift and open your chest. Keep your chin parallel, little relax of your head. Breathe into any sensations. Slowly release your left hand to the ceiling and then press the energy back to the earth. Heel toe the feet together. Take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Squeeze the knees together. Push your hand in. Feel the sides of the body stretch. Take your left hand just to the back of your chair on the outside. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, very mindfully turn your gaze over to the left. Feel into your back muscles. One more inhale. Slowly melt your gaze back to the front. Release your hands. Take your left hand to the outside of your knees. Press the knees together. Hand into the legs. Right hand into your chair. Inhale, facing forward. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, slowly over towards the right. Feel into your back muscles. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly come back to the center and release your hands to your knees. Thank you, lovely ladies. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Nice. No, I think it's about the movie that they watched.